figure out how to do stuff. Actually, I should probably make a list of the YouTube videos I've watched and give them all a kudos.
Shout out.
This is Windy City Redneck, the podcast. We're going to do the correct thing this time and tell you it's season 4, episode 1. Can you believe that?
I believe it now.
I was being a little dyslexic.
But what's our other? We have a lot of
4-4.
phrases. What's our other one? Always never prepared, always inaccurate.
Yeah.
So at least we fulfilled the second part of the slogan. Always inaccurate.
Yeah,
And
kind of
unprepared.
And as long as we're talking about the never prepared thing, I think we're doing better at our start time. What were we an hour behind?
Hour. It took us an hour.
It wasn't
to
too
set up.
bad.
Real 5?
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean-
no, the real 5 was getting here. It wasn't set up. Come on.
Oh, that wasn't ready to go at 5? It's kind of like.
See, we got to work on
it's
our
kind of like
parameters.
this is kind of like Lethal Weapon. Is it 1, 2, 3, go, or is it 1, 2, 3? Right?
Go.
And then go.
And then go.
Like a second. Yeah.
Caw.
Hey, he was only 12 minutes late today. That's pretty good.
Only.
No, I wasn't.
Oh, you were actually here at
It
5.
was like 3.
Yeah.
Were you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like right on. I was pretty
And
close to being right.
he looked
Yeah.
really disappointed when I was in.
Yeah, I was like, well, you had mentioned something about being
Yeah.
late, and I seen Jim there. I'm like, damn, he's going to give a shit about being
Yeah.
late again.
Well, we don't even have to go down this path, but you're never on time for anything.
No,
you know that,
no,
right?
no. That should
If
be
your
my
nickname wasn't one more,
It would be like
it
10
would be
minutes.
never on time. Or Father Timeless.
Yeah.
You know, no sense of time.
I'm-
Time out.
I'm
Something-
insane about being early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
I'm always like all set to go, and then something happens right before I walk out the door.
Right.
And
No, I used to have that mentality where I would always want to be early and up. But now, in my elderly stage, if you want to call it that, I
fits.
kind of pick and choose that shit now.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes and no.
I'm
I mean,
like, do I
I-
want to be there early?
But
No,
the
I think I want to get primed at home, and I'll
sooner
show
you
up
get to
like
something,
half
the
an
sooner you
hour
can leave
in.
something, though.
What's that?
The sooner you get to something, the sooner you can leave something.
That's true.
Now, the one thing I like to be on time for is
Not if we're
tailgating.
not ready, so you're
True.
going
And
to
you
be
do
sitting
too.
for an hour.
Yeah.
Tailgating's different. You have to be there
You
in
have-
line, and you have to be ready to go.
You say
Because
have
you
to be,
limited-
and I have this conversation with my wife all the time. And she's
Oh,
like,
you
don't
have to be.
there. I'm like, yeah, you kind of do.
You
Yeah,
do.
Would
that's
you
all right.
rather? I would rather wait in the parking lot and have a beer than wait on that in traffic for an hour and don't move a mile or an inch. In 2
Right,
hours.
but then there's no sense in tailgating if you're not in
Right.
line and you're one of the first ones. Go home.
Yeah, that's a
mean,
half
my
hour
point
of
exactly.
drinking, hour of
Well,
drinking time.
and
by
it's
the time
not
you
so
get
much
in.
even the drinking; it's just wasted time. You're
Yeah.
just sitting
Yeah.
still in the car.
That's
Yeah,
what I mean.
no,
Well, you're all
yeah.
set up by the time half of those people are just getting in.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's
kinda
what I
like-
mean. That's what I mean. You're all set up, ready to go.
It's kind of like anytime we do something at the barn.
Yeah.
You
That's
know
why
what?
I let you guys set up, and then I just show up later.
Well,
With
it's-
that said, I think I moved this cord and this cord and that
Yeah,
cord.
you
and that
did.
was
You
it.
did all the mics.
That's
you did
more
the
than I've
headphones.
done in other
yes,
times,
yes,
yes.
You are going to be our technical advisor by the end of this podcast.
Until the mics don't work.
What do they call that guy? A GIF?
Yeah.
A gaffer? What is that guy
Oh
called?
yeah,
A best boy.
Oh. No, I think it is. It's something like Best Boy.
The best boy
With the
passing
Chicago
out
hand
the
job.
Chicago hand job.
I see a new caption.
I
Line
think I'm
form
going
is
to change.
here.
I'm going to change your
Best boy?
sweatshirt to best
Yeah,
boy.
we did have an audio.
There's
or,
another one.
Yeah.
So why another nickname for
Was
him?
it Best Boy?
Best boy.
Okay.
Best boy. Or hand job.
Hand job.
Hand job. HJ.
HJ.
Isn't
There you
HJ
go.
HJ's the
At least
HJ's
that's
the
a little
kid?
covert. You don't know. It's not
Hey,
like you're calling.
Yeah,
hand
people
job.
would figure that out in a heartbeat. Yeah. CHJ.
Hey, you know, if
Chicago
we
hand
actually
job.
have any listeners that watch, we email us some nicknames for Jim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
Okay, great. Now, any friends that I have will come with a bunch. So
There you
thanks.
go.
Dude,
Oh, there
so
we
that
go.
could be our next T-shirt.
There you go.
It'd be
hey,
like
we
all
got
the
to
nicknames.
Top 10 nicknames.
We got to drum up some revenue slash
Top-
views.
Here's the challenge. 'Cause
Any way
I
we
bet
can.
we don't get one.
I'll go and comment on it just to make.
Yeah,
it,
you'll
make
send
it
a
one.
bunch of yeah.
Mr. Optimism is not one of your nicknames.
pick up my kid's phone and send something in off of his phone.
Yeah. So hey, in that last segment,
Squirrel.
Yeah, squirrel. We were kind of all over the place, and we had a topic on what was going to be season 3, episode 16. Should have
Season
been
3,
yeah,
the-
should've
episode
but it
season
should've
4.
been.
we talked about what we did on the holidays when we started, but if you guys don't mind, let's talk about the episode that we did miss, the one that we wanted to do that we didn't do, the Land of Misfit Toys. And I think we can touch on it briefly because after the fact now, with some of the things that I saw my niece and nephew get and some of those things, and I look at the quality of toys that they got, and I remember that movie, and that movie was it actually called The Island of Misfit Toys? It was Rudolph.
No, it's just Rudolph.
It was Rudolph.
Reno.
And I look at it, and I look back, and when...
That's where they ended up.
Yeah.
On the Island of Misfit Toys.
Yes.
And I also
'Cause they were
purchased...
misfits.
prior to Christmas for...
It's one of my favorite movies.
the Marines Toys for Tots, I purchased through our company. We donated $500 worth of... little over $500 worth of toys for Tots.
Awesome.
Nice.
And I remember when I went to get the stuff out, I'm looking at it, I'm like, I don't know. I mean, there's some cool shit out there, but it's not like I mentioned I had Stretch Armstrong. Stretch Armstrong was one of the fucking coolest toys
I
in
mean,
the world.
metal Tonka trucks.
And mine.
Yeah,
gonna
I mean,
be,
yeah, something you could go to the hospital for.
Indestructible
Yeah.
toys.
Yeah.
I mean, nowadays it's like, oops, I dropped it, it broke.
yeah.
And a lot of the toys I saw were, they call them interactive. I don't call them interactive. Interactive to me is perfection, superfection. That's interactive. You got it. You're interacting with. You're doing an operation.
Okay.
But right
Hungry
now, a
hippos?
lot of this shit was hungry hippos. Yeah. No,
Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Yeah. The one thing that I do think is cool now, though, is this thing where
Those are
you
the best.
fucking go in the air ball and you run into
yeah.
your friend. Those are fucking cool. Those are just like giant soccer boppers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is all those are. You remember soccer boppers?
Yep.
Used to beat the shit out of my brother all the time. And he was Jeffrey. He was susceptible to bloody noses. And if you went straight ahead, your fist
It literally will go
Oh,
hit-
it could-
hit the vinyl.
the
You know what I'm
yeah.
talking about.
Yes.
There was no cushion. If you did a side,
You do. It was made to go
yeah,
side
it
to
was
side.
made side to
Yeah.
side. But if you went
Okay.
straight on, fuck no, man. It was fucking rocky. It was like,
Yeah,
and
okay.
it lights, and his nose would just go
And blow
like
up.
that. But I was thinking that'd be a cool thing if we did those. What are those things called? The people ball.
I don't know. I know what
that-
you're talking about.
Kind of like the
Yeah.
sumo wrestling where you get
Yeah,
So-
the
suits.
fat suit.
So picture this.
Did that
Some of us have our own
picture,
fat suit now.
picture this episode. Okay, season 4, be somewhere around episode 6.
Yeah, we got to get into warmer water.
At the barn with people balls, and we set up the cameras, and we do me and you bought the mic lapels. You don't know
Okay.
that yet. We put the microphones that
Okay.
they're
Oh, yeah,
wireless
yeah,
now.
right. The
We
clip
got
on.
those,
Yeah.
and we put those on inside the ball, and we can do the podcast,
And it was real
vodcast,
Like a
with
bunch
each
of-
one of us in a ball with the fucking
bunch of
lapel.
like
Now
a-
we're gonna need a producer for that one.
It's like a bunch of hamsters.
Well, I figure
wheels
by
to the ball, the
then,
hamster
I figure by then we could get Just Ron to be
Well,
the producer
well,
because his
well-
kid will almost be 6 months old by then.
There you go.
Congratulations to
Yeah.
Just Ron.
Yep.
Congrats.
Yeah, congrats.
And that's why I bring that up.
Brett and Brittany.
Brittany and Just Ron had their first child, and
I forget.
it was
the
an
name.
H.
Yeah, I should probably look it up on my phone for the.
Oh, it was a good name too. Harper.
Harper.
Harper. That
James.
is cool.
Harper.
Harper.
James.
I like
Harper James. Right.
Harper
HJ?
James. Yeah. HJ.
H-
Oh, fuck.
You had to drag it down.
Yeah. Oh my God. I
Sorry-
can't even believe
sorry,
there's a
Ron.
parallel. What are we at? 08.52. We may want to. Oh, that's great. That's great. So speaking of toys,
Well,
but I think
now
that'd
that
be
could
cool.
go down a whole nother avenue.
Yeah.
Now you
Oh,
could bring
my
that
God.
up and go down the
Yeah.
toilet. Never mind.
But I mean,
Anyways.
so when I was looking at that, and now you've got grandsons.
Yes.
You got you, and you don't have a granddaughter. You just have
No,
grandsons. When did you buy them toys?
Yes.
You and Sheila buy them toys?
Yes.
What did you think of the quality of the toys?
I think the good toys are good, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of junk you can get too.
Yeah. Well, it's like going to the dollar store compared to going to
right.
somewhere else.
So
Don't knock the dollar store. I like the dollar store.
Yeah, but they got some
we got
really cheap
the
shit.
oldest grandson.
Yeah, you gotta know
he's-
what's worth $1 and what's not, though.
Yeah.
And it's funny because you try to spend this, you try to either do the same number of gifts or the same dollar. You try to keep it around the same
Yeah.
dollar amount, so the one you don't.
Oh,
you're not
look
trying
what
to
they
profit.
got. I didn't get that. They got this much more stuff than me.
And
Yeah, I get
so
it.
the oldest grandson, we got him a bass guitar and an amp.
Oh,
He
damn.
plays
Damn.
guitar. Yeah, he's 13. He's in the band at school. He does really well at band. And it's pretty cool. It's very cool.
Did I tell you I play guitar?
Well, hold on. That's wait till
Do
you
not.
I know. I just want a guitar for Christmas.
No, go back to your grandson.
The other ones we got.
Wait, how old is he?
13. Yeah. 8th grade.
Now this is
8th grade. Eileen's what she got all 3.
okay. Okay. So he's 13.
Yes.
And how long has he been playing bass?
Christmas Day.
Well, you made it seem like he was a bass player and he got another bass.
So the reason why he's very musically inclined, he's a pretty bright kid, and he took keyboard lessons. He could sit down and play music by sound now. He plays percussion in the band at school. He does really well at it. And he wanted to get a bass because the 4 guys that are in percussion at school want to start a band. One guy's got Caleb they all have drum sets, but one guy has a lead guitar ready. The other guy has a keyboard. So he's like, if I get a bass, so they're going to actually have a real band. So
they need a singer, or unless they're just going to be.
So I will.
Excuse me.
I know we're talking about doing the next episode out your way.
Yeah.
Which we will definitely do. The a couple episodes after that. Which one is this one? Liam? Caleb. You need to bring him down.
Okay.
And have him bring his bass.
All right.
And I will make sure that the boys are here.
Oh yeah. Okay.
We'll do an out of touch.
Ooh,
wow.
We'll do an out of touch.
Right.
We'll let him plug in.
Yeah. Now, did you see what I got for Christmas?
No.
You didn't see it on Facebook?
Well, you can't put the hand job on Facebook.
No, I got a banjo.
You got a. So
Oh
you guys
my
going to
God,
be?
you
in a
got a
band together?
banjo?
I got a banjo.
So you starting a family band or what?
No.
Banjo bass
No.
player.
But you talk about presents. Like,
Do you have any musical
I
ability?
have 0. But you talk about
So
like
you
gifts as
you and
kids.
Caleb are the same. You've been playing since Christmas.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's one thing I've always said whenever we see a banjo, and I'm like, I always wanted to play the banjo.
Did you ask for it?
I didn't ask for it, but I've said it multiple times.
Who got
I've
it
always
for you?
wanted Sheila and Teresa got it for me.
They won't buy you a onesie, but they'll buy you a banjo.
They did. You know what else Teresa and Eileen got me? Bears, orange and blue overalls. They're they're obnoxious. They're awesome.
Go figure.
And I'm like, I said to Eileen, like, they're awesome. I'm like, I'm going to wear these to a game with just that on and nothing else.
God. If you didn't get beat up with that Denver fan or whatever it was that was in front of you, then you're definitely going to get it. Was it a Denver fan?
It was.
Yeah, that you were totally obnoxious to and you couldn't believe he didn't clock the shit out of you? So get back to the banjo. How long have you been subliminally? Is that subliminally, or is that just called dropping a hint?
Yeah.
I don't even know if I've dropped a hint. It's something I've
you must have.
said
You got a
multiple
fucking
times.
banjo. It wasn't just from out of nowhere.
Yeah. And it's pretty. I mean, I'm told it's pretty nice. I don't know. Like I said, all I do now
try
is
it?
I make noise with it. Yeah.
Did you bring it with?
I did not bring it with.
Oh, you should have brought it with. Yeah.
Come on.
I want to play the 2 songs I want to play with it.
Okay.
Rainbow Connection. That's the Kermit the Frog song.
Okay, yeah.
And I want to play the Deliverance.
Yeah.
Well, Deliverance is so
That's
it's
a
like
hard one though.
It's
Yeah,
like
hard
if you
one.
got a fiddle.
Dueling banjos.
Yeah, that's
Well,
what.
no, but if you
that's what
got
it's called.
if you were to get a fiddle,
Yeah.
you'd want to do
You need a
Devil
fiddle
Goes
in the
Down to
band.
Georgia. No, you do or the Alabama song.
Yeah.
Or Devil Goes Down to Georgia, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So my dad wants to give me. What's the difference between a fiddle and a violin? Didn't we talk about
South side, North side.
Yeah. I think they're the
No,
same thing, aren't they?
this? Is it the
Just
same
another
thing?
name for it.
Yeah, it's just another name for it. Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
So it's the same instrument.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you go in and you ask for a violin, it's a fiddle.
You're going to get a fiddle,
Yeah.
but
Well,
it depends on where you're buying it from.
If you buy a Stradivarius, it's not going to call it a fiddle.
No.
Okay. You and the
They're gonna call
fancy
it a-
words again.
They're going to call it a Stradivarius.
I don't. I've got a title for this episode. I'm not.
Yeah, you're not going to be like, I got a fiddle. You're going, I got a Stradivarius.
Oh, I also got Word of the Day toilet paper.
All right. So. All right. so
What'd you get?
Wait.
Word of the Day toilet paper.
Okay. That's the buzz.
The first word was pasta all'olio.
Pasta with olive oil. That's what that is.
And you wiped your ass with it.
Yes.
Are the answers on the other side of it? Yeah.
Yes.
So you can use it before and after.
Where's Jim? He's in the shitter taking a
Wow.
test.
Coincidence.
Yeah, Chicago hand chop, toilet paper. Hey, so let's get back to the banjo. The banjo. So how's it going? Are you going to take lessons?
So yeah,
Are you doing
I've looked at. There's a place called 3 or 4 people have recommended that I go to this place called Old Town Society of Folk Music,
Okay.
and they do lessons, and they start up January 8th, but they're booked out for the January lessons.
So you
I'll
can't
start
go.
I'll start up in February. Yeah.
Wow. Are you
So
excited
I've got
about
the
it?
finger picks. I've got I've got not on me.
Your hands are
No,
small.
but banjo you need a pick. You need the and you.
No, I'm
you
just
actually
saying.
hook them
No,
onto
but
your-
like some of the guitar players, like I got short, stubby hands.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be
Yeah.
a guitar player.
Right.
You kind of want some bigger fingers
Right.
to
Right.
get around on the frets.
So, can you read music?
No. I mean, I can read.
Prove it. Go get your toilet paper.
That was good. That was good.
yeah.
Oh shit! I used the
Here.
wrong side.
All right, good. Prove it.
That was yesterday's word.
It's a whole new level of Chicago hand job. Listen, so are you excited about it?
I am. You know what? I am. So yes. And it was one of those things. Our daughter Teresa comes home. She's 31, and she comes home for Christmas. She lives in the city, so she stays overnight for a couple of days. We started.
She left,
Well, she's home now. Yeah, but.
but I mean, she eventually leaves. She's not staying. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my biggest fear is that one of them comes back and doesn't leave.
You know what? I wouldn't.
I like my electric bill where I don't have to take out a loan.
We're all a pain in the ass in our own way. So who am I to judge anybody? So.
Well, you
Yeah.
especially. Go ahead. Is that one of the answers on the toilet
Yes,
paper roll?
yes. Pain in the ass. Wow. That's the rough side.
Oh, that's the sandpaper Sheila's stuck in.
Another
there.
3M, fine 3M product, right?
It's not fine. For
But
you,
so
it'd be coarse.
We rotate. So we open a gift. Like so, Sheila will open a gift, my wife, and then I'll open a gift, and then Teresa. We don't open them all at once because there's only 3 of us. When we're with the boys, it's
Yeah, tear it up.
yeah. It's what's that? It's a Christmas story.
chaos. Yeah, it's Christmas story.
Yeah.
And
Wake
so
up, Randy.
so my first thing I open, right? I open it up, and I'm like, is this okay?
Wait, they let you open that first?
No. It's not even in that. The banjo wasn't even in the room yet.
Oh, so what'd you open?
I open up. It's a
toilet
it's
paper.
a plush. No, it's a plush doll of Kermit the Frog playing the banjo.
Oh,
And I'm like,
hint.
okay. All right. I'm like, all right. I'm like,
How many mimosas had you had that
well, no,
morning?
it's 7
Was this
o'clock in the
Christmas
morning.
Eve or
morning.
Christmas Day?
morning. Christmas Day.
And the
in the morning.
grandchildren are with you too?
No.
It's just you, the 3 of you.
I'm like, okay, maybe this is all right. I'm like, okay, put it down. They go around. Then
So you thought you were going to see Rainbow
The next one I
Connection or
open,
something.
right? It's these finger picks. I don't have no idea what they are because they don't look like guitar picks.
Oh.
They go
They go on
circles.
Oh.
They go on your. They slide on your finger.
Oh, and then you just
Deep
gotta do
scratchers,
Yeah, right. That's,
there you
oh. Anyway,
that. You got that
ball
Cheap-
ticklers.
and I'm like,
back scratcher.
That's what you should
okay.
wear those
I'm
giving
like,
out the Chicago
is
hand
this-
jobs.
Is this?
That's
I just
perfect.
go, is this for me? And excuse me, that's the old style. Both Sheila and Teresa are like, yeah, it's. I'm like, oh, so I put it down again. I'm like, I'm not going to make.
Now, did they open any presents in
Yeah.
between this?
Yeah, they're yeah.
Oh, so there's a
10 minutes
delay
go
in
by.
this
So I've got
to where
two-
you're
yeah.
trying to figure
and
out.
I'm like, what the yeah. I
is
have
there
no
a
idea.
point where you started trying to figure out what the fuck was
So
next and why?
The next one I open after they both open gifts is it's a self tuner, but it says Equinox auto tuner.
No, that's got to set some bells.
But I drive a Chevy Equinox, so I'm like, maybe it's something for my car. Like, is it something for my car? Like, why would they give me a radio for that? Like, it's an Equinox tuner.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, oh, it's an FM tuner for that.
Well, you thought you got XM.
I have XM.
Oh,
Yeah. So I'm like,
Shit.
okay.
so you were befuddled.
So then,
You know what? I thought you were a lot brighter than this. I thought you would have figured it
but
out.
I'm also, I've never.
He is slightly retarded.
No,
When you were asking about the finger part, I was wondering where you were going with that. Quite honestly,
I'm not an easy person to buy for.
Yeah.
Because I have everything.
I could have just stopped after easy person, but go ahead.
And I don't really want anything. I don't need anything, and I don't want anything. Like, I'm happy with anything. Like,
No
give me a
shit.
bag of shit,
I
I'd
didn't
be
want
happy.
anything.
Yeah.
I didn't
And
want anything.
So the next gift, I open up. I'm like, this I can feel. It's a piece of clothes. Sweet. It's a T-shirt with Kermit playing the banjo.
So now what do you
Fuck,
think?
I'm like,
Like,
what? So
well,
now it's like something's going on. Like maybe.
Okay, yeah.
What? Where is this going? Like
Took
where is this
4
going?
gifts
No,
for
but
you
what
to
was your
open
thought?
up.
Yeah.
You
What's
just
that?
said you were thinking, all right, where's this going? But
Where's
what
this
was your
going?
thought? Where did you think it was going?
All I said were in my mind, where's this going? Like I didn't know.
You had no answer.
Because there's no other. There was no banjo in the room yet.
Yeah.
So then it
So
comes
it's
down.
not like there was a gift under the tree that was
Yes.
in the shape of a guitar,
Right, a guitar
banjo.
bag. So now Sheila goes downstairs, brings it up from the basement, and she goes, "Here's your last gift." And I'm like,
So now do you know what it is?
Well, yeah, it was a guitar bag, so yeah,
Oh, shaped.
yeah,
It wasn't,
How big
it
is
wasn't,
this
it
thing?
wasn't a Tommy gun in a guitar
yeah.
box?
It looks
Holy-
like well,
holy
it's cloth,
shit.
But
Yeah,
so
okay.
and it's A 5. So I've learned there's 4-string banjos and there's 5-string banjos. It's a 5-string banjo. Which
they wanted to make it difficult for you.
But it's the better one. It's the one because
Okay.
the 5th string is a short string.
Okay.
So it gives you that boing, like it's the one you play with your thumb.
Yeah.
I would just think that a 4-string would be easier to learn. Just
When do you
only got
start?
4 strings.
I haven't. So
No, your classes.
it'll start February. So
Ooh,
I don't know.
when in February?
I don't know. Yeah.
All right, so you're gonna when you guys come with the
I will
bass,
not.
we'll have to.
Well,
set
my
one
buddy-
when we get the
my-
bass, get your
will not.
grandson in.
My buddy,
oh, we got to get some. Yeah,
all right,
you
well-
got to duel him. You got to duel him with the
I
banjo
will
and the
lose.
bass
I will
player.
lose.
So
Well, that's fine.
No,
but that's
but
okay.
here's my challenge to you, and this is genuine. This is not bullshit. And I wasn't really ready to talk about it, but this is a great way to segue into it. My good friend from work, my carpenter friend,
the
Mark
harmonica?
Kowal,
Yeah.
the harp player.
Yeah.
He's playing at the American Legion with his buddy John Drake in February
Okay.
on
I won't
a
be
Saturday,
able to- I won't
and
be
you
able
won't
to.
be ready by then. But maybe he's going to come back sometime in April.
Yeah.
So maybe if you get into it, I can find out
So
what
again,
he's got going.
all you
It'll
need
be
is the first
so
3
cool.
chords. Do 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 do.
Dude, and all you got to do is like be able to play
And then-
riffs.
Yeah.
I think when you play banjo, you come
Banjo's
up with a
more
riff.
individual plucks than
Yeah.
chords, I
Yeah.
believe. I
Yeah.
could be wrong,
Yeah.
but
Well, just learn them.
I got some of
yeah.
that foam left. Do you need to take that home for Sheila to insulate the, the walls?
Make a big
No.
block.
She's
thing
gonna
for
be
her
like,
head
she's
to
gonna-
like drown out
you don't have
the
to worry
noise.
about your daughter staying at your house anymore. You have to worry about Sheila going over to your daughter's.
so let's
Mom, why are you here again? Well, your dad's been drinking Chicago hand jobs and he's got out his pickers.
There you go. Yeah.
So I'm excited about that.
Good job, HJ.
Yeah,
Yeah. HJ.
Harper.
Oh, that's kind of crazy too.
What?
Because we were just talking about the harmonicas.
Yeah,
Harper,
yeah.
HJ.
All right.
Yeah.
Banjo.
Dude, that is
Banjo Jim.
that is
BJ.
BJ. BJ working on a HJ. We're rocking for live on Windy City Redneck Radio.
Season 4, episode
Do
1.
do.
And if you want to listen to
Yeah, I
it in
mean,
Spanish, go over to 103.59 WCRN and listen to our friend HJ.
So I'm excited about that.
That's awesome.
I am too. I mean, that's cool,
No.
dude. You know what? And I'm impressed because maybe me and you talked about it. Every time we go and see Liam, or and me and you, I don't. I just think he's fantastic.
Yep.
He did fucking Hotel California, and dude. Everyone, I forewarned everyone that night. I said, "You're gonna love when he plays Hotel California." They're like, "Yeah." Do you notice Nighttime Barb?
No.
She didn't fucking move, dude. She was staring straight at Liam the whole time.
Yeah.
Just
It's not an easy song to
mesmerized.
play. Sing,
Well,
like
no,
solo
those-
guitar.
Well, he has that
Did you
thing
see
going in the
Did you
background,
see the
though.
table that was next to us, like closer to him?
Yeah,
They were just like.
The guy was
like-
videotaping.
Yeah,
him.
when they turned around and when
Yeah.
he really started jamming, he was. Yeah,
It's
they were-
amazing.
You could just
But
see everybody.
every single time that after he plays that, and I come home, there's not many things I regret about my life. I've shared this with you, and I've used this term I think a couple times with you on the podcast. But me and you go back. I hate the word regret. I like the idea of I wish I would have done something
Yeah,
different.
that's a better way to say it. Yeah.
But if I were ever to use the word regret, this would be one of those instances. When I was a child, my grandmother ran like music classes and musical things for the Chicago Park District.
Right.
My grandmother Hetty. And I had a baby grand piano
Oh, wow.
growing up. And my mom would take me every Saturday morning to Brementown Mall in Tinley
remember
Park,
Brementown Mall, Park Avenue.
which is now Menards.
Yeah.
And
Park
the
Avenue
daily
and
Southtown.
143rd or 100.
And I would go, and I
51st.
fucking hated it. I fucking hated
Yeah,
it.
same with me. I took the car
fucking
lessons.
hated it.
Yep.
And then
And it wasn't
the-
your choice. That's why you hated it.
And now I had no idea at that age.
What gift you were given? The gift of.
Well, I had
the
no
opportunity.
idea how important music was.
Yeah.
It didn't. And maybe it was because my grandmother was always playing the upright piano over here on 107th and Mount Greenwood. They built that house before I was born, so all my memories of my grandmother, she was always playing some kind of piano over on 107th, and it's where my dad lives now. She's always, doing this, and she never really played a stringed instrument, but it was always the piano. And we had that baby grand piano, and then so regret. I do. Thank you for solidifying. I think regret is a really strong word. And this might be one of those only things. I'm sure I could identify other things in my life that I might have
I have a
regret
list.
for. But that's one that I just wish the musical part, because now when we go and see Liam, and when these guys are in here, and I love the story about your grandson now, and I love the idea that you have it. I wish I would have paid attention. I wish I would have appreciated it, and I wish I would have followed through. Because there's nothing, I would love nothing better than to been able on New Year's Eve
to jump
head.
Yeah.
Yeah, because,
Yeah.
dude, I feel it here.
Yeah.
I mean, I might be getting a little emotional and over
That
the
might
top
be the
about it,
agita.
but, man, I got to tell you, we had our episode, we talked about Jimmy Buffett, we've talked about all the performers we've seen.
Yeah.
You've seen a gazillion guys. Our buddy Rick Hart,
Yeah, he rocks.
mixed master, martial arts, Rick Hart, badass motherfucker, is what he sat
playing
down the
with,
guitar for 25 years, right?
He's playing with the Smiley Tillman band now.
Yeah, but he took a 20-year break, 25-year break,
Yeah.
and then picked it up.
And what I
he
understand
doesn't-
about music,
he doesn't read music either. He does
No.
just kind of.
I think-
Dude, he's
and-
a badass.
yeah. And unfortunately,
See, I don't think I could
for
do that,
you,
though.
If you learn piano, every other instrument's supposedly easy.
But does that relate to stringed instruments?
Well, it relates to the music of it. And
it's the reading music. Well, when we talked to Rick, Rick said he can't. What you just said it. He can't read music, but now his children. His daughter is a violinist,
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all.
and his son plays. What's the big
fiddle.
tall thing? No, he plays the big,
Cello.
the huge thing,
cello.
the huge violin
The
thing.
bass, yeah.
He plays that, and then the other one plays the bass guitar, and they can all read music.
Yeah.
And I asked him, I said, "Can you?" And one more had asked him, and no, he couldn't. And which I still don't understand. And none of these boys in this band, is there one of them that can read music? Vito
I think that who's
in the Out of Touch.
that I don't know.
I think
But-
there's.
but
I think
I-
Vito.
but I
No,
think-
Tim is the only one who can read music. The other ones can't. And I'm like, how do you do that?
But I think you do it by failing so often, and you pick it up over. It's like learning a sport.
Jim, it's incredible if you have that. If
Yeah.
you pull
Well,
this off, I
yeah.
mean, my biggest
I
fear
too,
is
as a
I would
kid,
love to
took-
get a
I took
guitar.
Guitar lessons as a kid.
I would
And
love to get a
hated it.
guitar,
I
but
hated
there's
it,
no
and
way
I
I
quit
can't-
going, and I hated it, and I part of the impetus.
Here.
The big words.
Impetus.
Yes. Of I
Another
believe
big
Sheila
word.
getting this is I do regret not having stuck with guitar lessons.
Here's my issue.
Yeah.
At my age, I'd love to. I want you to pull this off. I'm in your corner. I'll make flashcards for you, whatever you need. But that I don't think I could ever pull it off because I can't even remember what fucking episode we're on. How am I going to remember?
It's amazing
like, the
how much
chords and
you'll
shit?
remember when you enjoy what you're doing
Yeah, I
and what
agree
you're
with that too.
trying.
But
And I also think
have a yearning.
what
God, I
at
would
our
love
age
to.
we
I
need
would
to, you
love
need to
to.
sit down, even if it's with headphones. So it's
You know what? My
plugging
my
into
uncle
something
Dave,
that the
God
world
rest
doesn't
his
hear.
soul, Krista and them's father, he took up piano. I don't know if he did it when he was younger, but he did his first recital, and I want to say he was in his late 50s or
I will
60s.
not be doing a recital. Man,
He did a recital. He did. I
Well-
mean, and it was and he was 60 years
So
old. Maybe
I'm excited about what you're about to do.
so.
And
Never
your,
too late.
And your
Well, I'm
grandson.
about
too
to get
late.
another beer.
Oh
Never
no,
too
but
late.
let me just say this before you step up and get another beer, and I'm going to go out and take care of the flowers, and you two can keep going for a second.
Just gonna show
But
up.
you and I had talked about. I love the music that we use from Liam, but that's
I did too,
Liam's
yeah.
song, and Liam wrote that song, and
Right.
Yes.
and me and one more had talked about
Writing our own song.
writing a theme
A
song.
theme song, yeah.
So
We need to do Rednecks with a banjo. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
yes,
Come on.
So I had talked to Mark Kowal.
Okay.
And I'm not making this up. You, one night, and I admit it, I feel like I've been perpetually sick forever. I don't even remember the last time I felt good. I feel like I've just...
I thought twisted, not
always say-
sick.
Yeah, but I had a dream one night about 3 weeks ago. And it was crazy. And I woke up in the morning and I started writing song lyrics from the dream that I had the night before. And me and you had this talk a long time ago.
Okay.
And so I'm trying not to get emotional and teary-eyed about it, but I've started, and I'll share with you.
Okay. I
in
got
another
some
week or
stuff
so.
written down too.
Do you?
Yeah.
We need to sit down
Well, we
one
were
night down
talking-
with some
when-
whiskey. The name that I've come up with for the song, and I asked Mark to talk to his buddy John Drake. John Drake is his best friend, and they play together. John plays guitar, and a lot of his stuff they do a lot of folky type stuff, not really country. And Mark plays the harp and everything. I said, has anyone ever come to you and given you lyrics and then asked you to
Make a
make a
song
tune?
out
He's
of
like, no. I said, would you be open to it? And he's like, why? And I said, started writing a song. I said, me and Dave want to have our own theme song. and I said, he's like, well, what do you got? I said, well, I got a title, and I know what's the part that repeats all the time. Is that the chorus?
The refrain.
Chorus, yeah.
Whatever that is.
What is it?
I said, I kind of got that down. It's really rhymey. I said, I got some ideas for in between. I said, but if I came up with some words, do you think you guys could do the music part? He's like, oh, I don't know. Let me check with John. Well, he hasn't found out yet. The title that I have for this, and it may help you too, it's called Black Steel Confessional.
Okay.
Or tree stands.
Oh.
And you have all this time, think. And I have a couple sections that you have to read between the lines.
Well, yeah.
And it
there's
insinuates
always those.
Greg and Matt and us in the spirit of being out there. And yeah,
That's pretty cool.
Some of it's deep, but I woke up and I went right to the office. And,
That's actually the more I think about it, that's awesome.
I wrote down and I locked because you had asked me. Did you ask me in the break if I was going to go hunting?
Yeah.
We talked about it. We didn't do this on camera. He asked me during the break if we were going to go hunting. We got a couple more days before we got to take our shit down. And I told you, I said, I need one more day. I got to sit one more time. I got to take my stand down anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, you just said.
And I've had a lot of shit going on lately.
That's what you call it,
personally
one
and
more day.
professionally and everything. I need one. I need one more sit, man. I need one more fucking sit.
I don't know. You remember that? I think it was like a poem or something about the guy going into the woods and
Yeah,
started
Rick
getting-
read it at
no,
Greg's
this
funeral.
was a different
Hunters
one.
just don't go away; they go deeper
no,
into the woods.
Yeah, no, this
Something
was
like
a
that?
different one about like going and sitting in the stand and getting, instead of solving all your problems. Like, it's not like you go there to forget. You go there to actually
Figure
think
shit
and
out.
figure shit
Yeah,
out.
I do.
Yeah. So it was. I sent it a long
should
time. I
start
seen
that.
it. It wasn't. I didn't come up with it. It was something I seen and passed on to everybody. And
No,
it was
and-
it was in a group text or something.
And that's not bullshit. I
No.
mean, there's a lot of times where we joke
But yeah,
and we say, but that's not
getting
bullshit,
back
man.
to what you're saying is,
Yeah.
you need that one more day.
God, I need one more sit. I
Yeah.
just need one more sit before I can't sit until next year.
Yeah.
Don't
Well,
you?
I'm hoping for 3 more sits.
Yeah, your
just 'cause
schedule-
I-
your
just 'cause of my
schedule's a little bit
alone, yeah.
different.
So I'm allowing
And,
maybe 3
all
more
I
days.
need is I need 2 hours.
Yeah.
Give me 2 hours, and I gotta tell you, and not to go down that rabbit hole or whatever, and a little bit of seriousness that we have on here every once in a while. Need it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't go to
Helps you-
church
helps you-
often enough.
Yeah, it's a
and
church.
and when I do go, I go out to
there's
Leia's
nothing
church.
like-
Leia from Los Angeles. I go
Okay.
out to her church. I try to get out there once a month, and I haven't been out there in a while. I was supposed to go last weekend. I didn't go. I went out too late on Friday, but
It's like
I
its own.
sit
It's
there-
its own kind of church.
it is, man. I sit
Sitting
there
out in nature and
and
breathing in the fresh
and
air.
you-
and-
once your mind starts to stop racing, like when you wake up in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And you can't go back to sleep because your mind is racing of all the shit you got going on in your life. That happens to you, and I think this is why you would really like hunting. Believe it or not, you sit in that tree stand and you're up
Then
and you
you
see
fall
everything,
Then you fall asleep. And then
and or you drop your phone, or you forget you don't even have your phone, and you got to go back and get your phone.
Yeah, but anyways, getting back on
Yeah.
track.
But back on track
Squirrel.
with that is that you sit there, and then after you finally settle down, you sit there and you're still and everything, and you're concentrating on what you're doing. For me, there's like this cleansing that happens, and I get into
It's
this
just a calm.
zone.
Calm comes over
Like a
you.
zen.
Yeah,
It's just like a
it's
calm comes over
crazy.
and you just, it's relaxing.
And
And
you
then I
sit
fall
there.
asleep.
See the best.
Yeah.
Because I always do fall asleep.
Yeah,
I'm
but
like-
you're stuck. That's different
No, it
because
is
you.
not. No,
it's your shift.
No, it's
Dude,
'cause
you work
no, it's 'cause-
midnights.
No, it's because you get relaxed and you're
Oh.
like all your worries are gone. All you're worried about is there a deer
for
going
that-
to come out?
for that
yeah,
moment.
for the, you guys. It's kind of like going on vacation. It's like, you
Yeah.
know what? I'm just leaving all my
It's-
troubles behind. I'm sitting in my tree stand. I'm enjoying myself, and you know what? I don't care. Bills will be there when I get back out of the tree stand and get to my car.
Yeah.
This will be there tomorrow. This will be there.
Yeah.
While I'm sitting here, it's here. I'm in the moment, and that's all there is to it.
And,
So-
and
that's
for
all
me,
you
it's
need.
very reflective.
My
I sit
mind-
there, yeah.
Have you ever seen The Simpsons? They once showed what's in Homer Simpson's head,
No, I didn't
and it's
see
the
that.
monkey
I
banging
can only,
cymbals.
okay,
and
yeah,
that's,
I was gonna
that's my mind. That's
Which is now the monkey playing the banjo.
yeah.
Banjo.
Maybe.
maybe a percussionist in the background.
So, anyways,
Yes.
the one thing I want to get back to
What's
that,
that?
we were talking about kids' gifts, and I
Yeah.
better mention the other two kids because
okay.
that's-
Yeah, because they'll
heaven
be
forbid,
mad. Because those are our only 2 viewers.
Yeah, maybe. But so what the gifts we got for them were RC or radio controlled cars, and they love them. They love them.
Those are.
But they also have a newer puppy and a 2-year-old or 1.5-year-old golden.
Okay.
And the dogs are scared to death of those.
They're
radio
scared of
control
them.
cars.
I'm surprised they ain't trying to like eat them.
Yeah, well, they probably do now, but that was of the immediacy of it.
Especially
on
once
Christmas Day.
they hit them in the legs or something.
Correct,
Chase
yeah.
them enough. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I was, as you get older, I'd still buy like.
And then Rene had mentioned interactive games or interactive presents, and we always get them games too. And what we do at Christmas Day is we play games. Play the games.
Yeah. We almost sat down and played Monopoly at Christmas.
I love that. Yeah.
We never did, but
No.
it was just me, the wife, and my
Right.
son.
Still.
Julie and Joey.
Good time.
But but we were kind of like, hey, we should play a board game.
Dude,
and then we started talking, and then we went squirrel, and and then next thing you know, we never played a board game.
Right.
Dude, I played games at Christmas.
Did you?
Lobster Mania 5, baby, for $700 at Suncoast Casino.
There you go.
I picked out 4 buoys.
Okay.
You ever play Lobster Mania?
No.
Oh fuck, man! This is my new favorite game. But I hit it. It was like 756, 752, something like that. That I won. Just
Well, we both
it's
did good over
all the way.
house.
Yeah, we did, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christmas Eve, instead of playing Monopoly, I ended up going up to me and the wife went to the bar down the
Nice.
street. Yeah. And I hit a machine for $1,200.
Nice.
And tax guys, no, I paid taxes on it. Yeah.
Right. Well, it offsets your losses.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Dollar for dollar.
No. I'm still in the hole.
Yeah.
Well, you invested all of it into your 401k, so it's exempt.
Yeah. There you go. Sure.
I
did.
saw you do it.
Yeah.
As long as you didn't hit
I,
the max.
I
already.
went with you to the credit union. I
Yes.
can be your witness. And in fact, I gave you mine and asked you to put it in the same
Sure.
401k.
Yeah. Sure. I'm double taxed.
Yeah. Let's call Jordan Belafort or whatever his name is.
Tax guy.
No, he was the Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was pretty good at shit. But yeah, no, that was the game I played.
Okay.
So, but you played board games with the kids and they had a good time.
Well, no. So I ended up. I took my mother home. So my mom doesn't drive anymore. So I took my mom and my sister home. And then
Saw some pictures of your mom during the holidays. She looks good.
She's getting
She
around.
was
She's doing
cheery.
good. Yeah, she's getting
She
around.
was smiling.
3 days in a row, she got out of the house. That's
Yeah.
big.
Okay.
3 days.
Yeah.
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 Good. So back to the board games and stuff with the boys.
So
It
no,
was a good
Sheila
time?
and Teresa and Eileen, they played the board games. So while I took my mom home, but we get them games every year. So we interact with the games. So yeah, it's fun. It's
Yeah, it's a good time. I got a good
Should
board
get
game.
back
You
to
want to
that.
hear a good board game story? I'll tell you a good
if
one.
we say no, will it stop you?
No, it wouldn't. But
I don't think it's anything.
you know, we're gonna add another name to your.
DB douchebag Jim.
I was gonna say dickhead, but whatever.
Either way,
So
I'll answer.
when I
DH,
first
JB.
started dating
HJ.
Roscoe,
Yeah.
we'd go over to the house on Francisco, and her brother Scott was real little.
Wait, did she live in Francisco?
Yeah, Francisco Avenue. So we'd go over there, and we were still teenagers. We were in high school. And I'd go over there, and we'd sit in the living room, and we'd play board games with Scott. And you know Scott real well.
Yeah.
And I think you've met Scott once or twice.
Yeah.
He's a very competitive individual. Very competitive. And this started at a super early age with this kid. And he might have been 7 years old. He wasn't much older than that, right around that.
Did he pull a Jesus and?
And no, it's even better. We were playing Candyland. And he would insist on shuffling the cards.
Oh, so we set him up.
And he would say, I'll go third. And he'd go in that game,
And he got the
he'd go third.
Gumdrop Forest.
No,
card
he
or
got the float, the
Oh,
three-color float that gets you like 4 steps away from the
Yeah.
fucking end of the board.
right.
Every time. So we're playing, starting a new game, and he says, he shuffles the cards and everything. He says, I'll go first. And I don't know how I did it. I distracted him somehow, and I took the card off.
Oh, the top card.
The top card
So
off.
you
So
got it.
who
So it
was
came
it? The
back.
root beer float or whatever it was. You have to ask Roscoe, and I'd love to get Scott on to ask him. He went absolutely fucking ape shit, bat shit, fucking crazy because he went first, and it was like a fucking blue. He went so blue square. He's like, what? Because he had set up the cards to cheat. It was all honked off.
Yeah.
Then he got fucked out of not getting the root beer float and got a little blue square to go 2 pegs. And that's how I caught him cheating. Yeah. And he's like, I wasn't cheating. I'm like, well, then why are you all pissed off, kid?
Yeah.
And he was a blatant fucking cheater. And I caught him on it. So just always shuffle the cards when you're playing with your kids.
Isn't that why you cut the deck?
I'll trust my grandkids. If they need to win that bad, I'll let them win.
Yeah. But yeah.
But, so they make a Monopoly game it's called Cheater's Monopoly.
Really?
Yes, you're allowed to steal money. You're allowed to, like, you could say you owe me.
It was like Grand Theft Auto for Monopoly.
Yeah, it's.
So Joe Biden and Kamala Harris pictures in the center of the board.
Wow.
Yeah.
The views expressed on
Kamala salad,
necessarily
camel toe. Yeah. We have no political views on.
We got to have a disclaimer or something. Yeah. We got to type something.
Well, you're
up.
the one who wants to do the disclaimers. Your son Joe told you we got to have captions.
Yeah, I know.
You put a caption on
Captions aren't necessarily disclaimers, but
yeah. You just have to put in there. Rene Jr.'s views are not necessarily those of Whiskey Jim and One More, or any of our listeners, sponsors. If you're going to sue anyone, sue me.
Well, right now we're not going to lose any sponsors, so we're good.
Yeah, we're not going to lose any viewers. If any corporate person is watching this, have at it.
The best thing that could happen to us is a lawsuit.
Yeah.
Yeah. For copyright infringement or something, we'll go viral.
The 3 cool names are going to come across.
Yeah.
Which are what?
I don't know. They're going to have to send them in. Nicknames.
Oh, for you?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, that might come in.
All right. So now it's going to be a top 15 shirt instead of top 10 because we're going to get all these other names. Oh, you know how we could do that? You ever see when they do mean tweets?
Yes.
In the stars? So we'll put Jim behind a screen or something, and he can just read the suggestions. He'll just go up and say, and my new nickname is Snuffleupagus. And we'll just do it that way. We'll reveal him that way. Be like a big nickname reveal.
There you go.
Yeah. But you got to learn to play the banjo by then. So you can do ding, 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 ding,
well,
ding,
so
ding,
by the
ding,
time we
ding.
get 3 submissions, it'll be about a year. So, yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
You know,
by the time all 3 of us put something in.
I already said
we
my
might
name.
we might get the T Lake clan putting in for us or something, you know.
Yeah. So back to the toy thing. You're the one with the grandchildren, and our kids are older and stuff. So were they happy with what they got? And
I think
you were happy with
they're
you
very
bought them?
happy. Yeah, they're very happy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what kid isn't happy on Christmas?
Yeah. So have you ever? This is one thing that I thought I would do. Is like up here in the loft, and I talked to the kids about it. They have a lot of the kids' toys from when they grew up. They didn't take it with them. You ever thought? Do you have any of your toys where you would think that at some point you'd re-gift them and give them to the boys?
No. Any toys of if that were my girls, they wouldn't.
No, I mean yours. Do you have any of yours from your childhood?
Nothing left. No. No. I wish I had them because I had an original Planet of the Apes action set. Would love to have that. Yeah.
So you don't have any original G.I. Joes or anything?
Nothing.
What happened to your stuff? I don't know what happened to mine.
It's gone. Yeah.
Don't you wish you knew you would have held on to that shit?
But or bought AT&T at X or bought Nike.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
well,
any of that. Yeah,
that goes back to that big word I don't like to use, the regret word.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, shoulda, coulda,
So,
woulda, wish
yes
I would
and
have
no.
differently.
So-
but I mean, when you look at it now, I mean, I think about how cool it would be for my sons or my grandsons or grandchildren to open up something that was my toy, like a real toy.
What we do have from when my kids were little are 3 Rubbermaid tubs full of Beanie Babies.
Yes.
And they're, you know what they're worth? Nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, you have all the same ones I have?
Well, yeah. What we do have somewhere, and we have it.
There's only a couple of them that were really worth something.
We have one of the original 2. There was I guess a dinosaur and a dog, and the original dog was called Spot, but he didn't have a spot.
Yeah, we were talking about this before.
Yeah,
and then there was and then they changed it.
They changed
something.
it.
So if you got the first one,
we have that. We don't have the tag for it, but we still have that. But it's my daughter Eileen loved the heck out of it. So
that's Ty Warner. Ty Warner.
Yeah, I believe he's dead though. But yes.
Oh, I thought he was in prison.
No, he didn't.
He's either dead or in prison because he had a tax issue, I believe. And there's actually a park named after him on Ogden Avenue. in
There's a movie too that's pretty,
Westmont.
Do you
pretty-
realize
pretty
we're on
good.
44 minutes already?
I know.
Just
I know.
this
We,
segment.
we
Just
almost
this segment.
just this segment. I know. We almost have to take a break and then wrap it up.
Yeah.
So I'll try it. But you walked out to get a refresher,
Yes.
and I'll ask you the same question I asked him. My answer is no.
What's that?
Mine was too.
Do you have
No.
no? Do you have?
I'm sorry.
So I asked him if he was able to regift any of his own toys from his childhood to his grandsons, and he said no because he doesn't have any of them.
How do you
Do
regift
you
a pack
have-
of smokes?
Yeah. Do you have any of your childhood toys
No,
still?
none of my crack pipes, no.
When you were a little kid, do you have any of the toys, or does Joan have them at her house?
A long time ago, I was into that Evil Knievel. Oh,
Yeah,
the
the-
motorcycle. Oh, those were the best. And but I gave them all to the kid down the block. That was like.
So you have none of your
five or-
childhood
five or-
toys.
no.
Joan doesn't have any of your childhood toys.
That I don't know. You know what?
Father
I think
John?
I think there's some old train track and stuff in my mom's basement and stuff
Dude.
like that. But it's all. I mean, we destroyed that shit, and that's one of those. Life not so much of a regret of. I wish I would have made different decisions back when I was a kid, and I wish I didn't like.
But you enjoyed every
and did-
second of
and
playing
didn't
with those
make
toys.
Yeah.
Didn't make a
Yeah.
ramp.
Yeah.
And jump my train off a
Yeah.
ramp instead of
Yeah.
now because now that shit would be worth so much money because it's the train track that what is it G gauge or whatever
Yeah.
the gauge
There's
is.
HO gauge.
Yeah, whatever.
and,
So that's
the wider
N
one.
gauge. N
No,
gauge.
this was just real
The
small
real thin.
ones, the real small thin ones.
That's N gauge.
Yeah, whatever the N gauge ones.
Yeah.
Like,
Who's the
HO
guy,
was the
who's the
big
guy
one.
with the fancy words now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I wish I.
Well, it's
I
only
wish, I
because
wish they were all
my
in
dad is a
pristine
train guy. My dad is
yeah.
a train guy.
Yeah, I just wish they were all in nice condition now because I know they're just tore up.
Yeah.
I think we might even have shot them with like BB guns and stuff.
Yeah.
highway robbery.
I don't
yeah.
know. So looking back, I'd almost rather have the memories than have pristine toys.
Yeah. Oh, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
But I wish it would have saved maybe one or two.
Yeah.
Or my parents had the foresight to buy 2 sets of those toys, so one to put
Yeah.
away and one to play with.
Yeah.
Well,
But no one had the money. No one had the money back then.
Yeah, and you would never thought of some Barbie doll that's going to be worth
Yeah.
$1,000 or something today if you would have saved it.
I
in the
wasn't
package.
actually.
Because you
Yeah.
got those guys that
Wait, you played with Barbies?
No, but there's like Emma got a Barbie doll. It was like a 2-foot one,
Right.
from some friend of ours from baseball, and she played with it,
Right.
and it was just like, I guess what.
Yeah.
If we wouldn't have taken it out of the box, it actually might be worth some.
So the one thing
money
we do
today
have
or
when our
something.
kids were
Yeah, but those
little-
people didn't give it to you based on the fact that it was going to
Yeah.
be worth money.
The one you
someday.
did.
They
No,
gave it for
no,
instant
so-
gratification.
no, it was
We have
because
in
I had
the
a
package
daughter,
still in
yeah.
pristine condition a Millennium Barbie from 2000
Okay.
that one of the girls got.
Oh, that's
20
kind of well.
yeah.
That's that kind of when you got it. It's like the year.
Yeah.
It's a collector's item. Yeah, let's leave it alone.
Do any of your kids have their Pokemon cards?
So I did find, honestly, I found 5 cards from Eileen she's 35. So the original, their Series 1 original issue.
Did you look them up?
5 of the, and probably a pack had 30 in it. So, but I have 5 of them. And with
Did you
my
look them
baseball
up?
cards. I have not.
All right, so I'll give you my son Trevor's contact info
No. Okay.
before you leave tonight.
Okay.
Trevor's into Pokemon cards,
Okay.
and
They're pristine.
when we were out there in Vegas, if you ever get the opportunity, either one of you to come out there with me, at one point he's got a office / game room where he works when he does remote. He works from home one day a week, whatever. So over that weekend that we were there, I went in there and thinking he was online gaming with LeBron and all those, or his friends, and doing gambling and shit. He's not. Son of a bitch has got out his fucking Pokemon cards from when he was a kid, all laid out and in plastic sealed
Yep. So we got them graded.
sleeves and everything. He's got the grading thing on. He's going. He religiously goes every week, 2 weeks,
To see what the
and
values
sees
are.
what's changed, how many are out there, and everything. And then he has this sheet. Is it called a grading sheet?
Yeah.
He's like, looks like a score sheet.
Right.
He's doing this, and he puts them all back together. He puts it in
It's
their binder, and
basically
he puts
like
it away.
baseball cards and stuff
Yeah.
like that. They
Yeah,
do the same
pretty
thing with
much. But
baseball cards.
he's like, so if you want, he's totally into this shit. And
But
knows
so
what
we
he's
own
doing.
5. We own 5 cards from the original
Oh,
set,
good, man.
original
You can
series.
get a value.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
figure out the value.
Yeah. I mean,
It'd be probably what would be like 92, 94,
yeah.
whatever.
I remembered
year would be
that
from.
the Pokemon thing. I didn't get it when they were doing it.
I
but
never got
I
it
remember Charizard, and there's some Salamander, something Mander. So Charmander, Charizard. I don't know. It was all all that shit. But it's interesting how things have gone full circle. It's different than when we had, like you said, metal trucks.
Yeah.
To where
we do have
Evil
metal-
Knievel that
Evil
ram and
Knievel was
jump.
he was the
the
shit.
Oh, the car that
Yeah.
didn't make it across the Grand Canyon.
Snake River Canyon.
And that was actually a rocket. I mean, if you saw it, it was shaped like a...
Dude, that ramp was so bullshit. I mean,
he was-
would you call
he
that
was-
logarithms or whatever those
he-
are
he
called?
was-
Someone
he was-
fucked up on that one.
He was
That-
a shit though back in the day.
Oh, dude.
So you seen some of the? I mean, he was real life. He turned around and you see the
Yeah.
crash when he
Yeah.
would come and the motorcycle almost cracks in half as he comes down on the landing. And
Yeah.
then
And
tumbles
he breaks
out.
77 bones.
Bones, yeah.
Dude, he was a badass motherfucker.
Yeah.
Though. I mean, he was.
So your toys had to go through the same brutality.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. I think I saw one of those things that I try to fall asleep to, the reels or whatever, when they do the flash thing, TikTok or whatever. And you're talking about the one with the crank thing.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden he just like goes and he instantly pops a wheelie.
Yeah, well, I had
Driving a wheelie.
there's the chopper. There was like the regular street bike. There was I had like almost a whole collection.
Did
That
you
was-
really?
Yeah.
God, you'd give anything to have that shit back.
Well, that's what I mean. I'm like, now that
Well,
I think
so-
about it, I'm friends with that kid on Facebook. From down the
Really?
street. Yeah,
You
I
should
haven't really,
hit him up.
I mean, I'm
Say-
sure he gave.
say,
him
"Hey,
the
fucker,
dip."
give me my shit back."
Yeah, still got that stuff.
Ding,
Probably in a-
ding,
probably
ding,
probably in a-
ding,
probably in a
ding.
box somewhere in
Yeah.
his mom's
Yeah.
attic or something.
Dude, I could take my tooth out. He can play the banjo, and we can go over and threaten him.
Just under his window.
Hey, boy! Sure
You
do
got a-
have
you got a-
pretty
You
smile.
got a pretty looking evil
You
doll.
sure do. Give me
Yeah,
that
no,
fucking Knievel right the fuck now.
But yeah,
We are extreme language, by the way. And we didn't do that in the beginning, did we?
And remember,
Yeah,
the
we
views
did.
expressed on what you see right now are not necessarily the views of...
Unless you're going to
One
sue
more-
us and we go
one more
viral. Then they are my thoughts and they are my regrets.
yeah. But
Come
anyways,
on.
yeah, like stuff like that.
No,
would
no
probably-
regrets. That's
But
how
yeah,
you know.
regrets.
No regrets.
No,
it's
next
I thought it was
episode, doing no regrets.
I thought it was an A.
In ink. It's like,
no, it's
you know,
regrets.
Scotty
Regrets.
P. You know, Scotty P.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no regrets.
Scotty P. You know, I figure I
Or the Millers? Yeah.
I figure I play Biden Harris Monopoly with you when you're picking the. I just went.
How does anybody-
I went.
how does anybody
I
win
went-
if you give everything
I went
away?
East Side there, didn't I?
Yeah,
didn't-
you
I
went.
went-
You went
I
from
wasn't
the
white ghetto.
You,
I
you
went-
were,
I
went
went-
from the where the
I
Millers.
crossed.
To, I don't know where you.
I crossed the street.
Like going
Yeah, I
from
fucked
an
that up.
like an Irish
Yeah.
to Scottish
Did I?
accent or something.
There's times when I've imitated the guys that you call for service. Hello, Mr. Emlot.
wow,
How are
okay.
you? Just
Okay.
and I'm like, listen, and I go right like this. I go, listen, dude, I don't want to talk.
Racism for
I said, I said, where are you at? And the guy's like, and the guy answered me one time. He says, I'm in my cubicle. I'm like, no. What country are you in?
Yeah, because you
and
are
he
allowed
goes,
to ask to say I want
yeah.
somebody from the
and
United States.
and then he's like,
then
I
they hang up on you.
Yeah.
I don't understand the relevance. I said the relevance is it sunny out or is it dark out where you're at? Because this is like fucking noon here.
Yeah.
So if this motherfucker tells me it's dark out, I know he's not here.
yeah.
Right?
I just like to
Yeah.
speak.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go off on the squirrel thing
It's all good.
and
Yeah,
take us to
we're
a bad
definitely
place.
need a disclaimer
I hope you
on
don't
that
need customer service on your banjo anytime soon because you might not get it. You might only get the ding ding ding, and then that's it.
Someone from
They
the
might
South.
Yeah, I was
Maybe-
going to say, something tells me
Yeah.
that there's not some guy in Singapore that really
Yeah.
knows a lot about banjos.
Well, we do get. All
Singapore?
right, so
Whatever.
we're at the 52-minute mark. We should probably wrap up, and let's do it this way. We're talking about. This is cultural. What we're talking about now. So let's
now
talk
we're
about
culture.
Let's talk.
Cultural appropriatism.
Let's talk about our. Let's talk about our world reach.
Sorry.
Our world reach.
Did
There
you
we go.
not?
Do we have anybody
think-
in Singapore?
Let's hold on. Quit being a smartass. Did you not appreciate?
show again?
Did you not appreciate the text messages that I sent
Yeah.
you when I
Yeah.
got our
Oh.
Yeah, I
report
did.
from Buzzsprout?
Yeah.
I was shocked.
Is that all the world reach that we have?
Yeah, but I was also the amount of down. We had 1,700 and something downloads of this and that. I mean,
That was Dave trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
that was
It
Dave
probably
trying to
was.
give you your
Yeah, true.
nicknames.
Cleaning my
I'm sorry,
ca-
one more.
cleaning my cache.
One more.
But you get for what we do, for what we
A little slowish.
yeah, dude, for what we do and how we're doing it, and we're doing it. It kind of goes back to the toys. We're talking about
Right.
old school and stuff, dude. We haven't hired some firm.
We're an old school toy. You're
Yeah.
saying. Yes.
Yes.
No, and then we're trying.
We're a Barbie with the haircut that the 5-year-old did.
We're trying to do this
Like yours.
organically and from the heart and be
Yes.
homegrown, which I'm proud of. And so when I see those numbers, we're not lighting the world on fire and whatever. I'm happy with them. I guess I'm just asking. Are you guys happy with them or not?
I'm happy you're happy.
Yes. Me
not
too.
what I asked
Me too.
No,
You're such a politician. Are you?
there's a lot of
Are
things
you
I
running
love.
for anything
I am
anytime
not
soon?
yet. I'm running
Not
for my
after
next beer
this
soon.
episode.
If I don't take a break soon, I'm running for my next beer.
Hold on, let me take it.
The demographics just changed. Well, they were never there to begin with. So.
Oh. Let me hit this button.
What do we do? I guess we are taking a break.
Yes.
No. Oh, we're taking a break?
Or no?
Are we ending the episode
done?
or are we done?
Oh, no, I'm taking a break.
Okay.
We're at the 55-minute
Yeah, I
mark.
know,
You
yeah,
want to take a
we're
break, and then we'll wrap it up?
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Sounds
right.
good. Yeah.
We're
But
gonna
let's be
take a
on a
break.
strict-
We're going to take a break. They must have some more things they want to talk about.
No. We want to just clear up by some of that last stuff.
You're the one that can scrub the video.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Tune into the audio version because I ain't scrubbing a fucking thing. We'll be right back. Windy City Redneck
Are there
the
any
podcast.
minorities we have left out yet?
No.
Okay,
Oh,
good.
well, no.
Then we're
So,
good.
yeah,
We're good.
so we're all present.
on my head. Living